Hi, Tea Society. Welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet. Today we are checking out Mushi-shi episode 4, and I'm super excited for this because the last episode, so good. I loved the story of it so much, and I think it was a great way to pull me back into getting into the series, but also just the design of that episode, between the art to the sound to the music to the voice acting, like everything in that episode I think was so beautifully put together. So props to all of the people who worked on that episode. I think that it was just so good. So it makes me even more excited to be getting into some more episodes and see what they're going to surprise me with, because last episode would not have guessed that that was the route that we were going. In 3, 2, 1, go. I'm looking forward to this, you know? I need a little something to just like ground me. And I feel like this series is like both, I don't know, calming, and there's like this quiet to it, but at the same time, I think there's so much richness in terms of like world building that it's like this strange mix for me, that I both feel like I'm like constantly like trying to pick up on all of the details, but there's also like so much like quiet space in it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Entirely possible. Um, I think the door is always open to me not knowing anything that I'm saying. But this one, what the title is, The Pillow Pathway? I don't really know what to infer from that, other than it makes me think of a pillow fort. But I'm assuming that probably isn't what we're doing. Maybe something with dreams? No idea. We're gonna find out. There's something very retro about that intro, like the visuals of it. I know this isn't like a super new show, but like, okay, we had snow in the last one, and now we have like flowers blossoming. Ooh, okay. So yes, dreams. It's strange that we're starting with Ginkgo being here, because usually we have some kind of lead up and then he shows up. Oh, okay. Warning. Oof. Interesting to have the close up on his mouth while he's saying that. Like the warning. It's a lot of prophetic dreams, though. Like one or two. He said it like every day, 10 days, but like basically like one a week, right? It's a lot. I find it interesting that we're getting into dreams and like the separation of like worlds in a way, right? We've kind of dealt with that before. Ooh. Yeah, that looks like something has happened. Like a lot of time has passed. Not less than a year. So we have lining up the shots again from like the past, lining up the same shots, but obviously changed. Well, someone's here. You look rough. So interesting to change the format of the episodes. Like kind of starting in the middle of a story as opposed to like setting up the person who like needs Ginkgo to help them and getting some backstory, and then he like comes into town. We're starting with him like already being there and then leaving, and then we're going back and you know recalibrating the story, right? That seems suspicious. Oh, it definitely seems suspicious. Oh dear. Expand the field seems like we might bite off more than we can chew. Or perhaps it's about his dreams. Like using the prophetic dreams to like they're using it to profit. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. You probably should believe him. But also I've spent the last 3 episodes coming to trust his judgment. It makes me nervous that he's like alone in this house. Oh, is he gonna feel guilty like he could have guessed it? Or oh, he did guess it. Is it gonna make him not want to take the medicine if he's like, I feel like I can help people if I know what's happening, and if I stop the dreams, then it'll be like my fault if something bad happens? Oh, that too. It's difficult too if everyone knows, right? Like if they know that he has these prophetic dreams, then how do you like take something that is going to suppress them, right? Because people are going to expect like miracles from you, right? And then when you don't deliver or you don't have a dream about something, then it does become your fault, right? Because people are expecting so much of you. Never say there's nothing to be afraid of. Ooh, love the shift there. Like the different color grading and then taking out the background. But not enough to be poisonous, right? Oh, geez. I mean, that might put into some perspective how the town ended up the way that it did. Oh, geez. Ugh. Like I said, right? Like you're gonna expect it of yourself, and you're gonna expect other people are gonna expect it of you. Yeah. If he hadn't taken the medicine, would he have known? We'll never know now, right? Difficult too if it's like your own kid, right? I was expecting something to happen to like someone else in that town, but when it happens to you, you feel more inclined to be like, could I have stopped it? And that's like a difficult thing for like anybody, right? Like whenever like someone young or someone that is close to you and your family passes away, you always have this feeling of like, what if could I have done this or that, right? Is like if you had like actual prophetic dreams, it'd be like a whole other thing. When I feel like it was a dream. Hello? Uh, what? Oh, I do not like that. Why? Why were you fine? Had he? Or is there also a dream? Oh, that was like the price of it. Oh, wow. Ooh, I hate how there's all the like green coloring along the wall because I'm like, that's people. Oh, probably to protect you because like as someone who has crazy nightmares, I would like those to not become reality. And yeah, and if you can't cure it, yeah, I was like, it would have gotten us to this point earlier. Oh, yeah, I would not want my dreams to come true. Mine are scary, and I'd like to keep them safely in the box of my own brain and not reality. It's crazy how much the town is like deserted. You know, like the way that it's been like taken over so fully in such a short amount of time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, he's probably, is he not sleeping? I was gonna say, are we just hinted at the overdose thing, and then he was also like, you shouldn't have let me live. Again, like if you take like a whole village of people, that would be wild. You know, like how do you deal with that emotion? Like I was talking before, I'm like being a parent, losing a child, and then having guilt around that is one thing. Having guilt about knowing that you are the reason that a whole village of people died. Ugh. Also, they're like nobody's guilty. Fine, fine, but like you feel that way. That reaction. I mean, geese are scary. I say as a Canadian. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I do not like that noise. Oh, we can project it now? Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, I was like, they don't seem like geese. Wow. Strangely peaceful for something destructive, given everything that's gone on. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, is he gonna be dreaming of his family? So it's gonna make me cry. Ooh, jarring. Trippy. I don't like that there's a bunch of fire behind him. If we're bridging reality, I don't know anymore. Like there are so many layers. I don't know how many layers of dreams and reality we have. Maybe we don't leave him alone. I know we're looking for like water to put out the fire and all that, but like maybe we don't. Yeah, the pillow seems strangely okay. Remember what I said about maybe we don't leave him alone? He seems like a tad unstable given everything that has already happened. Ooh, call back to the sword. Go way to set that up. Yeah, maybe letting them loose is also like bad. Should we keep them contained? Would that be better? Yeah, not exactly what I was expecting, but I'm like, I feel like something's gonna happen. Ooh, no, I hate that. We just letting it burn? I don't even know what to do anymore. I feel so many things. Are we in like the next village over? He does seem to know quite a bit. Ah, pillow come back. Cool bit of lore. Gotcha, gotcha. Pillow pathway, gotcha. Yeah. It does seem like there's this strange, like, payment involved, right? Like, his dreams coming true before caused the sickness. Cutting the pillow also. There's some kind of like sacrifice there. Yeah, but like, how do you escape sleep as well? Right? So he'll never dream again? Oh, I feel so many things right now. I almost feel like I need to sit with this one for a bit. Because the moment we like venture into dream territory, there's always like a little bit of wonkiness with it. But I love that. I love that I get to something like the fourth episode and they're switching up kind of the format of the episodes. It feels a little bit different, adding a little bit of a different weight to some of the stuff. And it's not like we haven't had some of that heaviness in earlier episodes, but I feel like earlier episodes, a lot of the stories were around like kids, right? And I think that fits really well with this whole like mushi kind of like spirit, otherworld creatures, kids, a lot of the time in tons of stories between lots of different cultures and like folklore and all of that, very much are more aware of that crossing over between like different worlds, right? They're a little more susceptible to being affected by things from other worlds and like dimensions and stuff like that. So it makes sense to have it around kids, but because of that, it has a certain kind of like whimsical feeling to it, and it has a different, I don't know, a different feeling to the way that the storytelling is, as opposed to this one, which is centered around like an adult man and the heaviness that comes along with what happens when you have a grown-up mind intertwined with these mushi, this other world, this other power. And connecting that with dreams is crazy too, because it's like a subconscious power of the mind, and at what point does reality end and dream begins, and how do you navigate that? And I think that there are so many things that I could probably pull from this. Again, as someone who has like crazy dreams and like super vivid ones too, that it like growing up having this weird disconnect between what was reality and what was dream, and not being able to like super separate those things really well when I was a kid, I feel like this is a story that I'm going to be mulling over quite a bit from just my own experience. But heavy story, like felt multiple times like I was going to start crying just because of the heaviness of realizing the tragedy of what he had gone through, but also how much of that is his fault, right? Whether or not it's like his dreams causing this reality to happen, or if it's like prophetic dreams, and like how do you navigate that, right? Is it your dreams telling you what is going to happen and therefore you can step in? Should you step in? Are you capable of stepping in, or do you just have this impending doom? And then if you are scared of that, to have like the responsibility of that, and you take this medicine that suppresses that, when something bad happens, like the tsunami, how do you reconcile with yourself feeling like you could have perhaps seen that coming and you could have stepped in and stopped a tragedy, but then having this all come back around to wiping out your whole village because there's like a payment to that power, or like an exchange of energies with that, the way that the Mushi are like feeding off of people, right? That's a motif throughout all of these, is that the Mushi are like attaching themselves like almost like a parasite to this host and feeding off of them in some way, and it manifests in all these different ways. So yeah, like I feel like there's so many things I'm gonna have to like pull apart with this one, but I love that. I love having stories and episodes that just make me sit with them. I'm like, I feel like I need to just go for a walk to think about this episode, because there are just like so many different things that I feel like I could pull from it. But let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments, because I definitely want to talk about this one, and I hope you enjoyed watching it along with me. You can click this place to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you miss next time I post a Mushi-shi reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.